better.
You can also lock onto enemies this way. Never give up. Trust your instincts.
Quote's a lot more dramatic when you're doing something like that, isn't it? So this is the secret path in the asteroid field. By going through here, you get a somewhat more challenging and definitely more interesting style of level with interesting designs, cool looking backdrop, and a heck of a lot of power-ups. I always go for the bombs because at that point I've got full lasers and it's a lot more reward. Oopsies. Go away, all of you odd butterfly things. You know what? I don't like you. There we go. Much better. It's a rainbow of death! And other various interesting rainbows. The psychedelic asteroids are my favorite, though, by far. Just keep shooting these and getting your rewards and all the pretty lights and sounds. And once you're out, you're out. You don't have to fight a boss or anything. You also get a lot of points for doing it that way, too. And as you can see, instead of a traditional just path, you get a warp to the next level. However, we won't be going that way. So, I'll meet you back when we get to Sector X. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Star Fox 64. So you might notice a few differences. In between episodes, I've completely forgot the game does not save your progress going from one mission to the next. So instead of having a save state ready like I should have, I had to replay the first 3 stages. And as you might notice, there is now a medal on Fortuna. That is because I got enough kills, enough hits as the score on the mission to warrant getting a medal. If you get a medal on all the missions, you unlock some extra content. Stuff I'm not terribly concerned about in our playthrough. So I kind of got it on accident. So why don't we head on to Sector X for today?
Reports indicate that Andross is working on some secret weapon.
I'll check it out.
Good luck.
Sector X Combat Zone. Mystery of the Space Base. So, this place already looks ominous.
Take out that weapon, boys. Let's have a little fun.
Might notice also I have a lot of bombs. I should probably start using them. Something you might notice, if you lock onto a target and use your bomb, the bomb will follow said target, just like the homing laser.
He's quick, be careful.
And on these guys, it tends to be useful to use homing attacks as well.
Enemy group behind us. Fast.
If you're gonna be right in front of me, I'll just bomb you. Something else I should note, the charge shot. You do not have to be locked onto something. Ow, that was a lot more damage than I was expecting. To let it loose. You can fire it just like that. If you fire...
It's all gone.
If you press the button shortly after holding it. A lot of strange enemies that just sort of float around and seemingly do nothing. Here, head left. Because that.
What the heck is that?
My sentiments exactly, Falco. I prefer using a bomb there because those enemies are squirrely and too spread out for one charge shot to finish them off, and with how low Peppy's health is in this path, yeah, you gotta be careful. Alright, here you want to make a decision left or right. I don't think it really matters, so just take whatever path you feel comfortable with.
Get ahead.
Oopsies. Yeah, these little platforms pop out and turrets hang out on them. But you'll be fine. Just, you know, use a lot of aileron rolls, I think it's called. I don't remember what it's pronounced. You might remember the thing from the last video where I correct myself after correcting the game.
Where is the secret weapon? Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Bomb there is pretty good. The indicator of having the bomb show up is
I'm going ahead. Back me up, Bob.
a pretty good sign that you're gonna need it.
Sorry, guys,
Damn.
I gotta sit this one out.
I didn't mean to do that. Ah, Peppy, I'm sorry. I should have just used a bomb. It would have been much easier. Alright, here, just be careful of the wreckage. That last one surprised me. Alright, and now we're in the path that merges. I probably should have taken the left path. I don't think Peppy is put in danger if you do that. And you get a 1-up if you get 3 gold rings, but you already have the health max increase.
What the heck? Fox, look behind you.
Stay low. Anytime you hear look behind you, it pretty much means go low to the screen.
So this is the secret weapon.
Destroy. Destroy. Enemy shield analyzed.
So we're gonna miss some dialogue from Peppy
Eliminate all enemies.
because I sucked and ended up getting him down.
You are an enemy.
Well, you're not wrong.
Where is the creator?
If I knew, I wouldn't be here. So I'm guessing your creator is Andross. So if you just slightly move the joystick up, you'll get the
You are an enemy.
desired effect of the target right where you need it to be.
Yippee! You did it!
Because the game slightly pushes you down if you're up at the top of the screen.
What?
The view is clear. Destroy. Destroy.
Destroy what? He's crazy.
I must be complete.
The head was still the weakness, even though we destroyed what seemed to be the head. So don't lose focus just because you no longer see a big glowing weak
All
point.
aircraft report.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Peppy ship is in the docking bay.
And as you can see, you get a special note from Rob
Your own hide.
when one of your companions is too damaged to be able to help you. And it has the added bonus of not being able to have that person assist you in the next mission as well. And that can affect sometimes if you can take certain paths or whatnot. Like, if Falco was too damaged to be able to help in the very first mission, you can't take the secret path because he's the one who helps you get it. So, thankfully, that's not really a concern of ours. Now, I don't remember what affects whether or not you go to the easy or medium in this mission. I don't know how Sector X works that way. I don't know if it even matters. I mean, if just completing it, it gives you both choices. But obviously, we're going easy.
What are you doing? It's too dangerous there.
I can't leave Slippy hanging.
So, at some point, in between this and the last mission, Titania, the Arid Desert, the search for Slippy. Apparently, Slippy went missing. But what you have is something very, very interesting.
Deploy the Landmaster.
For those of you who've played Smash Brothers, you definitely know what the heck this is. Say hello to the Landmaster.
Give me Slippy's location, Rob. Life form indicated as 12 o'clock. A magnetic storm! We'll search here.
So without Peppy, we don't have his commentary. So we literally only have Falco for support. But the Landmaster is a
He looks better in a tank.
very powerful
Why don't
tank.
you come down here, Falco?
I'll pass.
But Falco, being the flyboy he is, doesn't really respect this, the Landmaster very much. This is one of Slippy's inventions, actually. Because if you didn't know, Slippy is actually a master mechanic. You can do pretty much everything you can in the Landmaster that you can in the R-Wing, except obviously fly. So your movement is a little different. By pressing L and R, rather than just altering your position and making it so you turn faster, you actually literally just boost one of your thrusters in that direction. If you press them both at the same time, you can hover for a little while. Alright, when you get here, you want to boost. The lasers can follow you, but they aren't that fast. Uh-oh. And this is about time I want to mention that little blue bar in the top right corner underneath our life counter. That is how much boost you have. You can't use it unless it's at full, and it recharges depending on how much you've used. Also, I should mention the Landmaster's shots. I don't know 100% for certain if this is true, but they certainly feel like they're more powerful than the laser shots from the R-Wing. Which would make sense. A tank? Yeah. Oh dear. Careful of those. And then boost to get through this. But watch out, because all these pillars will continue to fall.
Location confirmed. Sending supply.
Alright, and if you press it twice, you'll do a roll, just like you would do in the air. Ah, crud, Falco's in trouble, I forgot this happens. Alright, you need to charge shots to save him.
I guess you're good
Got
for
him.
something.
Thankfully, Falco's a pretty good pilot, so taking damage is pretty rare. Well, not pretty rare, I mean, he has a tendency in fights to just take damage less so than some of the other characters, even if he's being chased for just as long. It's an interesting quirk, and it does show the inherent flyboy quality that Falco tends to have. He very much prefers flying an R-Wing to anything else. If he can avoid ever being on ground or anything else, he will.
Ah! I'm hit!
Was that the cry of a Slippy? Oh dear. Whew. I didn't have enough boost left, so I couldn't go left or right. That's the unfortunate side effect of the
Come
Landmaster.
help me.
Seems Slippy is caught by something.
Do something!
Careful. He will... These little tentacle things will use Slippy as a shield. However, once you've done enough damage, say hello
Get a piece of that action, bot.
to a bioweapon. Alright, so first thing you want to do is get rid of some of these tentacles. Because holy crud.
I made it! I'll analyze right away.
When the tail goes like that, you want to make sure you go up into the air.
Here it comes.
When the ribcage opens, that's your weak point. Hit it enough, and you can even get past the big laser attack it was about to launch. Ugh, that was a bit gruesome. Mission 5 accomplished.
I thought I was a goner.
We're always saving your hide, Slip. Repairs complete on Peppy's ship.
As you can see, Peppy is now repaired and ready for action.
We'll head to Venom.
Here's the thing about the Peppy. The things he would have said while in that mission were mostly concerned for Slippy. He would have just basically said, "Man, I hope Slippy's okay," or something like that. Just not terribly interesting, and I think he might get put in danger like Falco was once at some point too. And the thing is, if you're going for the medals, those enemies that spawn that chase your partners are actually extra enemies. So you kind of want all your partners alive at all times, so you have the extra enemies to shoot to get your hit count up. Anyway, it seems to be one mission in our way to Venom, so why don't we head forward?
If you destroy the satellite, we can go straight for Venom. Be careful, Fox.
I'm on it.
It seems the Bolt's defense outpost is the last hurrah, and what's in between us and Venom itself.
Okay, guys, destroy all barriers.
Interesting note, if you end up getting to this level and you have not fought Wolf's team, that you will fight Wolf's team here. I'm not going to show it because it's basically the exact same fight as Fortuna. They would not be any stronger, any different, as my understanding. If they are stronger, it wasn't in a way that I noticed. Now you might notice that it feels very weird the way you're traveling in this level. That's because the satellite is rotating and against you if you go the path I took. But now we have a lot of fighter jets that spawn outside the defense post after destroying their shield. So let's take out as many of these fighters as we can, shall we?
Take care of the guy behind me, Fox.
And of course, Peppy's already in trouble. Peppy! You're as bad as Slippy.
So long, Fox. Your father helped me like that too.
I killed half of his health! There are, of course, turrets as well, so be careful of those. You'll get chased by enemies. They sort of are like mini Star Wolves in that sense. If you see a turret, because it's firing at someone, that's a good opportunity to take a shot or two at them.
Get this guy off me!
And now you see the quote-unquote boss of this stage. The core itself. It didn't seem like much of a threat when we first approached it. However, every time you destroy one of its weak points, that becomes a place where it can attack you from. It'll start firing lasers. So that means the closer you get to destroying it, the worse of a threat it's going to become.
That was too close!
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Also keep note, ignoring your friends when they get into trouble can be a bad thing. You might have noticed Slippy was chased by 3 enemies. Yeah, that could easily finish him off if you're not careful. Alright, so let's get a little distance, do a U-turn, and let's see if we can't get one more final approach. Ah, there's too many lasers, so expect to take a lot of damage as you approach. That's a special shield heal. It's a full heal.
Oh no!
You rarely see them. But that was the final weak spot, so we've destroyed the core. So this satellite is kaput. Mission 6 accomplished. There's only one thing in front of us now. Didn't even bother with the status report on everybody, did we? Huh.
Venom, here we come.
That's odd. I could have sworn every level does a status report at the end. Oh, that's right! It's technically not the end, and you just go straight into the next level. They don't even make you wait. I forgot that happens.
Don't relax. We're not done yet. Time to show the monkeys who's boss. They're everywhere.
Don't fly in front of me, Peppy! Hasn't that... Haven't you figured that out just yet? So this Venom is actually more interesting, in my opinion. And yes, you can do a U-turn, loop-the-loop and get both the laser upgrade and the gold ring. I've done it before. It's tough, though. Careful when you get those big crowds of enemies, and make sure you aileron roll, I think it is. Yeah, something tells me you're going to be in trouble as soon as this is over, aren't you, Slips?
I'll take the left.
I'll go right.
I've got the right.
It's a bad idea. Peppy's gonna be in danger.
On your tail.
Alright, let's go left. I have no specific order I'm going in, I'm just going by instinct. I used to, at one point, have like a ideal place to go that would get you like the max hit count, but then I stopped caring. And hadn't played the game for a very long time. Also, my health is really low, so I need to start being careful. I haven't got a health upgrade for quite some time.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
No!
I'm going left.
That was horrible. I missed everything. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Can you make it?
At this point, I'm not sure. Come on, health. I don't remember how much that actually fills up. Ah! Okay, so there's a mechanic in this game that I haven't explained yet. As you can see, I'm sort of falling and my left wing's gone. Notice my laser is also downgraded.
Cans are no match for me.
So this means that when you take enough damage to your wings, you can actually lose them. You can get them repaired by collecting a laser upgrade.
What is that?
It's like a temple dedicated to
That temple gives you it
Andross.
free.
This is going to be a problem, because now we have a boss fight, and I have a damaged wing. Oh dear. Ah, that's a wing fix. That's a wing repair, though. All right.
He's running away.
Remember that really fast tapping I told you about? This is where you're going to want to use it. This is the type of situation. I kind of hit the brake for just a split second there because I wasn't sure if I was going to be safe.
Here it comes.
The first thing you want to do is hit off all the stone parts of this guy. As you can tell, it's secretly a robot behind all this mess. Alright, here you want to be careful. All the swinging can hurt you, and when he stomps, he's going to knock over a lot of the pillars. That shoulder right there. Alright, the head is now the weak spot. You can only hurt it after everything else is gone. Now you want to hit the body. Ah, that part you take a lot of damage if you're not careful, because there's just so many things in your way. If you're not fast. Ah! No, I didn't mean to do that! I meant to just boost.
Fox, are you okay?
No, I'm not. He's got ahead of me, too much ahead. Come on. Ooh. I couldn't have cut that closer if I tried.
I'll go it alone from here.
Fox!
And now we're at the entrance to Venom's core.
I see
At the
wind,
same health.
Star Fox. Know that I control the galaxy. It's foolish to come against me.
Somehow, I disagree.
Die just like your father.
I don't have a hyper laser upgrade. Oh, I do here, that's right. I forgot this path gives you the full laser upgrade before you get to him. You're as ugly as I imagined, Andross. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is find his hands. Those are his weak spots. Whew. He telegraphs his attacks quite well. Alright, here you're going to want to be as far right or left as you can, so whatever side you're closer to, so he doesn't pull you in. You could launch a bomb at him when he's sucking in like that, though. However, then you wouldn't get a nice reward. hit him enough in the eye, and he reveals his true self. Left or right, he will hit you if you when he gets that close. Ow. Then he hits you anyway. If you're fast enough, though, you can ignore everything else. And our dramatic conclusion. Star Fox speeds away, and mission number 7 is accomplished.
Fox, are you okay?
Yes! You did it!
Okay, I'll admit it. You did good, Fox.
That was a lot closer than I'm used to it being. I'm not used to actually losing a member of my team during that course either. So, this is all wonderful hints of what's to come. Still have to complete the medium path and the hard path. But why don't we rest and watch the credits? We're gonna get 3 of these over the course of this LP. We'll probably skip the other ones, but I want to show it the first time. We get our nice little zoom in of Fox in his low poly glory, and of the Arwings themselves. These are always... This game, I have to say, is really, really fun and is a huge part of my childhood. It's one of those games that... I sort of talked about this a lot during my Sonic 3 LP, where I played the game a ton, got really good at it, and never noticed. This is one of those games. It's just like that. I kept playing it over and over and over, and I knew exactly when the enemies were coming, when they were coming from, how each level acted depending on where you came from and what you did first and second and that kind of thing. And I would just play it over and over and over. And I got really, really good. This isn't the only game in this series where I did that, in fact. So now we see the Great Fox heading towards back home. Hopefully not as destroyed as it used to be. Ugh. It was kind of a mess when we left it, wasn't it? They tried to use buildings as weapons against us. So, you know, put that in perspective. Now, we didn't see much of their military. The military of the Lylat system fighting back against Andross. That was mostly us. However, in other paths, we will see some more of the military, and we'll see perhaps some other defenders. I mean, the Star Fox group is just a mercenary group. There has to be others out there, right? Here we see the Star Fox crew in a very bad res Corneria area. Corneria building. The resolution always kind of... The entire thing here always made me laugh as a kid. It just looked so bad, even though I was blown away by N64 graphics.
We are in your debt. I would be honored to have you as part of the Cornerian
Oh,
army.
no, sir. We prefer doing things our own way.
Great Fox is ready to go.
It's time for us to go now.
And with that, the Star Fox team heads out. Heading back to Great Fox and heading back to a new adventure. Now, one might question what exactly is the canon of this game. Since you have so many different paths, and the game ends at each one, which one's the real path? Because in this path, it seems pretty clear that the Star Wolf team dies. You kill them, you go on your way to Venom, and you destroy a robot of Andross. It seems kind of anticlimactic. What happened to Star Fox's dad? What, is Star Wolf's team really dead? It's not clear. I think most people would say the hard path is probably the canon path. But there are characters you meet that interact with in other games. They still exist, that you can't interact with in only one path. And the Starwolf team, no matter which path you take, you probably run into them. Do you kill them? Good question. They're all very good questions. So why don't we find out what some of these other paths are, though, next time, as the crew runs off into the distance. Rank in! And here we see the face of Andross, not done with the Lylat system. We can put in our rank. So I will go ahead and do so. It's hard to do this with the joystick. Come on. LH, and I just put a period because it doesn't let you put space. And you can see total hits, how you did every mission. And you can see Peppy is gone from Sector X and Titania? No. Whatever it was called. I don't remember the planet names very well. You don't see any other rankings because, like I showed, I cleared data. You can see the PSF and how many missions they participated in and that kind of thing. Total hits, the path I took, how many lives I had at the end, that kind of thing.
This is one steep bill, but it's worth it.
Venomian units destroyed. Gotta remember, they're mercenary unit, Star Fox. So, join me next time when we take the medium difficulty path. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then.